Hi guys! OMG, I am so excited for you guys to see this Paris Café that I've built for The Sims 2. It's actually taken me about 4 months to build this cafe just because I had a general vibe, an idea, but I just had no idea how I was going to actually pull this off in the game. I actually challenged myself to only use 6 custom content items or less, just in case other people wanted to, add this to their game and be able to play without having it bogged down with 80 different pieces of custom content. So I'm going to give you a video walkthrough today and kind of talk a little bit about the inspiration. But before I do, if you would like to download and add this cafe to your game, I have been working on creating my very first blog, and this is going to be for my Sims 2 content. So I will post the link in the description of this video. But if you go to the page, it'll just kind of show you the inspiration, a little bit of detail of what I was thinking, as well as the floor plan, just so you can kind of map it out and see how you want to use it yourself. And if you really would like to know about the custom content that I included a section here with a breakdown of each of the 6 custom content items. That way you can kind of decide what you want in your game and what you don't want in your game. If you're using custom installer, all you'll have to do is just uncheck the checkbox for the items that you don't want in there. I would just say, fair warning, I'd probably leave the structural items like the windows in there, but everything else that's decorative, like the signs, the table, and the book here, feel free to take it out of your game if it's something that you don't want. After that, you'll see the 2 options to download. And once I complete making this vlog, you guys will also be able to see different content here that I've made for the game. And thank you. And if you find something wrong, feel free to just let me know that something's wrong with the download by using this link here. So before I turn this to daytime mode, just for you guys to see the cafe, just look at how gorgeous this is. Does it fit in with the beach island theme that I've built? Probably not. But I do think that it's gorgeous, and I actually want to renovate my entire town to fit this Paris theme. And look at how gorgeous the sky is. Seeing like the stars above the cafe, it's just absolutely stunning. So let's go ahead and switch this to daytime mode, and I'll kind of walk you through each of the 3 floors so you can get a feel for what's going on. So starting out on the first floor here, you'll have like the outdoor section of the cafe, so Sims can kind of sit along at the tables outside and eat. Now I am an animal lover through and through, so in all of my builds I tend to include a pet water bowl or food bowl for any strays that happen to come by or just other animals in the neighborhood. It took me a long time to kind of think about the wallpaper and the floors and everything like that, but I think I kind of pulled it together, even though they do look a little eccentric. I absolutely ended up loving this little turtle piece here from the base game. I almost called this the Green Turtle Cafe instead of Le Petit Cafe, so do with that what you will. But outside you'll see a hosting stand and just quite a few tables for Sims to sit out and drink coffee, eat bakery items, things like that. And if we go inside here, you'll see the bottom area is kind of just like this swanky type of lounge is what I was thinking in my head. I've seen a couple of places online in Paris that were old banks from like the 1940s and 50s and things like that. And what they've done is they've actually renovated them to look like a lounge that people can dine in. So although I didn't see any exact details that I liked from a Google search, I did kind of like the idea of renovating it into a lounge / dining area. So very cute. I hope you guys like all of the details that I've added in. You kind of have like this little fireplace area. You have this book that functions as a bookcase, so Sims can actually grab books out of there and read. And you have quite a few tables inside where they can also dine. And then here we have our open and close sign. And right over here we have a place for them to check out and buy the bakery items, as well as an espresso machine. Now, if you want, you can switch this out with the espresso counter, coffee counter that comes with the game. I felt like it might be a little bit too chaotic. We all know that Sims can quickly get into routing errors, so I decided to just go with the espresso machine instead. And then also there's this little furnace back here that just is functional, but it also just kind of ties everything together. So I'm going to zoom out so that you guys can get an idea of what this first floor looks like. And let me just pan around. And when I tell you it was so hard to figure out the decorations for this, it was really trial and error, guys, because if you look at anything individually, you really would not think that they go together. Like you have like this kind of cafe window, but then you have like this old church style window, and you have like these different rugs. And individually, they look kind of crazy, I think, when I was first putting them in. But something about this, like seeing them all together, just ties in so well that it's just like chef's kiss. Like, I'm absolutely obsessed. And if I try to take out any single item in this build, it just does not feel or look the same. So this is how I put it together, and I just feel like it absolutely looks so French / Parisian, and I absolutely love it. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the second floor here. So on the second floor here, this is the actual bakery / cafe. And so the idea is that if you have any decorative like bakery items, like different breads and treats and little trinkets like that, is that you can put them here inside of the fridge for customers to actually buy. The way that I do that in my game is I actually use SimPE to convert the decoration items to items that can be used as fresh food points. And that's just a me thing. I don't like downloading a lot of custom CC into my game. So when I do download custom CC, I would prefer for it to be functional. So the way that I kind of sneak in some of the deco items is I'll go into SimPE and I convert those decorative foods into almost kind of like harvestables. And that way, as people are buying them in the neighborhood and I'm playing their families, if they run out of food in the fridge, they're able to just take out the bakery items or the decoration food, put it into their fridge, and actually use that as groceries. So yeah, here is the second floor bakery. I absolutely adore it. I feel like this guy here, which I believe may have been one of the Sims 2 creators, but he just fits with the Paris theme so well. So I put him up here. You have a little cafe table that they can sit down, do work, write novels, things like that. You have the bakery counter. And then you have this beautiful window piece where they can just kind of look out over and see like the beach or any different community lots that you put there. You have like this little rest chair, as well as this cozy corner. I would just love to see this in person and actually visit this cafe and be able to sit in this corner, read a nice little book, sip coffee. So I had to include this corner. I loved it, and I hope that you guys enjoy putting your Sims there as well. And then here's just like an extra shelf if you need to store any extra bakery items or things like that. I'm also going to zoom over here because look at how amazing this looks as you're going up the stairs. You see these two different kind of picture frames here, and I just felt like they blended in with the cafe so well. One other thing that I wanted to show for this level 2 bakery floor is hidden behind here. I've included this double wall oven that was made by Jackie93 Sims. I absolutely adore the content that she makes. You can choose not to include this in your game. I included it because I think I may try and make a Sims 2 challenge out of this. Dot dot dot. Stay tuned. I may try to make a Sims 2 challenge out of this, where the sim has to like run a bakery and do all these different things. So if you would like that, then go ahead and leave it in your game and you can join the challenge as well. And again, let me just zoom out here so you guys can get a full view of the second floor. Look at how gorgeous that is. I love that it's like a lot of detail and a lot of thought put into everything, but it's also not overwhelming in the sense of there's a lot of different things and I can't move around inside of the lot. So on the third floor, this area is going to be just for like using the restroom, as well as for your chefs or your bakers to be able to cook different food items. So as soon as the Sims come up the stairs here, we'll pan over to the left. And we kind of have like this little lounge area for the Sims to just kind of sit as they're waiting for the restroom. So it's really nice. They're able to kind of like look in the mirror, look at the different pictures. We have this radiator here just to kind of tie everything together. And then we actually have the restroom over here. So one of my kind of thoughts when I was building this is I really wanted this building to feel like it was something that it's an old building. It was like built in Europe or Paris or Rome or wherever it was, and the people who bought the building are renovating it. And so I really wanted to think about, okay, well, if there was an actual window inside the building from, you know, the 1940s or something like that, somebody modern day, they probably wouldn't have the money to go and like get this window taken out or, you know, whatever it is. So what would they actually do? Well, they probably actually put, you know, curtains or something like that up over the window. And so I really wanted to leave a lot of different elements in this cafe build like that, where it's like, hey, this is an old building, but you can tell that the people that bought it are like kind of renovating and spicing it up a bit. So you'll notice those kind of little details all throughout the cafe. And if we pan over here, you can kind of see the restroom, and this is one of those things I was talking about, like having the exposed brick walls. Like, again, that's really something that a lot of places might not have control over. So we have these cute little decorative picture frames where they've kind of tried to like make the bathroom a little bit more spruced up for their customers. And again, we have like these blinds over here. So if for whatever reason you don't want to see somebody, you don't want to see yourself washing hands or something like that, you're able to just put those blinds down. So very cute. I thought it was a very cute and intricate detail. If we come out of the restroom here and walk over to this hallway, you just have this very beautiful picture that I had to find some kind of way to put this in the game. I originally thought that it would be on the first floor, but it just works so well in front of the chef's kitchen. So yeah, catty corner over here. If your chef needs to like take a break, he's able to just kind of sit down, smoke his little cigarette, and stare at this picture and wonder about his life. And if we go in through the kitchen doors over here, you'll kind of see like this long hallway. Now, this building is designed for there to only be one chef and one baker. Otherwise, if you have multiple people, it'll get too crowded up here. But it is enough for a chef and a waiter to, you know, kind of move around and do everything that they need. And I just really love the detail here. I did kind of combine the chef's kitchen. If you notice, I kind of mapped one of the towels over it just to add some more detail. And I also added some more pots and pans up here just to make it look a little bit more realistic. And over here, we do have a mini fridge. I do think if you're gonna have a bakery that's serving real baker's items, you may end up needing a fridge. So I have a fridge here, and whoever's baking can come and get items from here and then go to that second floor oven to make any of the bakery items that they need. Yeah, and we have just a little chef a chef's prep table over here, just in case you need to cut or prep anything. And if we pan around to the other side, you have this beautiful window with this gorgeous balcony with flowers on it. And then I just love the added detail of the pipe coming through from the furnace that was on the first floor. So I will zoom out so that you guys can see the entire floor for the third floor. And last but not least, I would love to show you guys the outside. So if we go back down to the first floor, in the back, I decided to make an employee break area just because to me that felt more true to the theme that I was going for. And so I decided to do like a little employee break slash smoking area. And it's also functional too, right? There's a trash compactor here so that if there's a lot going on, they can come back here and use this. This cute little fairy in the garden, how sweet is that? We have the hanging flower pot, and then we also have this chair here. If the employees come through the gate, there's like a little hallway with this beautiful lamp that illuminates this entire hallway for some unknown reason, but it's actually gorgeous. And then there's like a little mini garden, just because you have the bakery on the second floor, and I'm thinking that if I decide to proceed with making a challenge for this, it would be very cute for whoever owns the cafe to be able to plant some of their own stuff in the garden and to also use the compost bin. So there is everything. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video walkthrough. Again, if you need to download this, then I will link the URL below. I may also do a video showing kind of how this place functions with a lot of Sims in there. So if so, I'll attach it to this video, and if not, then I will post a second video just kind of showing like a Sim actually running this business. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you get some really cool photos or videos, please feel free to use the link inside of the blog post to upload them. I would love to see them. It would make me so happy. But until then, I will see you guys next time.